Hey air signs, this is Natalie from Inspired Alignment. I am coming on today to do your reading for the full moon in Scorpio that is taking place on May 18th, this upcoming Saturday. I feel the energy of this full moon is very intense, and I feel like a lot of things that have been happening over the last 5 and 6 months are really kind of coming to like a head or coming to a culmination here at this full moon point. So I figured I should do maybe some readings for the elements. So I'm going to do the air sign element for the upcoming full moon in Scorpio just to see what things air signs should be aware of, or maybe like what certain situations are going on within their life and some advice on how to handle those situations. So Spirit, what messages do air signs need to know for this upcoming full moon in Scorpio? What messages do the air signs need to know about this upcoming full moon in Scorpio? Messages for the air signs. Okay, I had two that came out here. So King of Cups and Wisdom. The Four of Earth. And the Youth card. And then underneath the deck we have the Six of Air, Integrity, King of Fire, and Emotions. Okay, so some of you guys could be dealing with a masculine type of an energy. It could either be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces male, or an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius male. You guys also could have this in your chart as well, as your sun, moon, or rising. So I'm getting that this full moon in Scorpio is really having air signs kind of really go within and reflect on their emotional self, and kind of get it completely under control, to understand the emotions, and how they're being put out into the world, basically. I feel like there's been like some repressed or underlying things that that have been emotional, that have been like emotionally disturbing, I feel like. And this is going to be a time of really kind of going into solitude and reflecting on those things and really mastering the emotions, really getting an understanding of, why things have been a certain way or why you have felt a certain way, how your emotions are affecting you and your reality, basically. I feel like some of you guys may have dealt with a male water sign who has kind of triggered this within you. Like you are going within because maybe there was a circumstance with a water sign that brought up a lot of difficult situations and difficult emotions, and so you're having to really kind of go within and reflect on those things. For some of you guys too, I feel like there's like a light being shown on a water sign. So there's like some information that you're finding out about a water sign. I also feel like air signs have been feeling like stuck, like really kind of, I'm getting like a sense of like a very physical type of a feeling. So like the Matrix, or like this like 3D reality, like our everyday life, like going to work, getting gas in your car, taking care of your family. Like there's just this like, I feel like it's almost like a robotic type of a thing. Like you've kind of like fallen back into this, into like this routine in in the physical world, and you're noticing it now. I think during this full moon in Scorpio, like that you're needing to kind of break free of some of these like restrictions that we have here in the physical. I feel like time has a lot to do with it too. Like you're on a time schedule, or you feel like you don't have enough time to do certain things, or I don't know, there's something here with time. I feel like some of you need to find the time to really go in and reflect on some things, and kind of break out of like the routine that you've built for yourself. I feel like also for some of you guys, there are some children involved. That could be part of the reason why you're feeling like robotic, or kind of like doing the same thing over and over again. Because you're dealing with children and having to like really meet the demands of children. For some of you guys, I feel like there is like some stuff that maybe has taken place in childhood that is having to be kind of reflected on. It deals with this emotional reflection that you're doing during this time. Okay, so I feel like through this, though, like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of you guys are feeling like you know that you're maybe off balance a little bit, that you know that you've kind of been sucked into a time where you're unable to really find the balance. And like you're aware of this, and I feel like you're trying to like move forward, or like you want to push ahead and regain this balance, and regain like being back in the flow, like with the universe. I feel like for some that integrity has come up in certain situations within your life, whether that be your own integrity or the people that you're dealing with, their integrity. And that could be kind of what is also throwing you off balance. Like I almost feel like there's an avoidance here. Like you're really focusing on physical things and like keeping yourself busy, because there's something here that you don't really want to face, and it's on an emotional level. And it could definitely be dealing with a masculine type of an energy who is very like fiery, passionate, motivated. This could be a father figure. It could be somebody from childhood. It could be somebody that you're dealing with now in this time. But there's an issue of integrity here, and it's something emotionally based that you've been avoiding. But I feel like during the full moon in Scorpio, this stuff is going to kind of come to a head, and it has to be dealt with at this point in time. So there may be some emotions that are unpleasant that you have to really kind of look at and review. But I feel like it's all like that's kind of happening so that you can finally like release that stuff and start to move forward. So I'm going to go ahead and get some more messages to see what else air signs need to know about the upcoming full moon in Scorpio. What other messages do we have for the air signs? There could have been some cheating, some lies, some deception that has taken place that has kind of put you in this place where you're trying to have to like figure some things out within yourself. I feel like there was like some betrayal here. Okay, so what do air signs need to know about this Wisdom card and the King of Water? Okay, we have Death. So there could have definitely been an ending that has occurred with a masculine person within your life, and that is kind of forcing you to go within. I'm getting too that there's like some things that maybe were revealed that puts an end to a certain situation. I'm also feeling like some anger here. Like there's something that makes somebody angry. Like there might have been like a fight or an argument. Like there was a lot of like passion and aggression involved in a certain situation. And it's something that you're kind of having to go back and look at now. And kind of like look at the role that you played in this situation. So what is the Four of Air about for air signs? Four of Air for air signs. Four of Air. Okay. Okay, so I have the Hermit. And I am feeling like this is like this separation between the physical reality and the non-physical reality. Like there is a clear like separation here. There's like a clear blockage here. And I almost feel like there are like signs, like you're like the universe or your higher self like is trying to send you signs, but you're not seeing them. Yeah, I definitely feel a need to connect on more of a spiritual level to kind of get out of the everyday routine that you have been in. Okay. And again, like this full moon really stands out to me here. So I'm just getting a sense of like no more avoiding certain things that need to be faced. No more distracting yourself. Pay attention to the signs around you. Okay, what is this Youth card about for air signs? Okay, here we have the Libra card, Justice. So for some of you guys, I feel like this could be a marriage that you had, like that you were in or that you have children with. I again, I get like this really like physically based, like you're focusing on like cooking dinner and taking care of your significant other or your husband or wife, taking care of the kids, going to work. Like there needs to be a strong detachment from that, like and some creation of some personal time so that you can do like some spiritual growth and some self-reflection. For others of you, I feel like there is like a balance or a truth that is coming to the surface about maybe something that took place in childhood or something that involves children. And whatever like this communication or this truth is, it's creating like a balance, because I feel like it may have been something that was like hidden or covered up, like and somebody's like coming out and speaking. This could be actual children that are coming out and saying something to somebody. They're speaking some kind of a truth, and it brings balance to a situation. All right, so let's see what this Six of Air is about for the air signs. Okay, we have strength. So yeah, having to find the strength to regain your balance, to clear any blockages, to get back into this like higher vibration. You're really, you know that you have to do this. And I get like this sense of you're having to like look fear in the face and really pay attention to what's being illuminated for you during this time, to regain your balance. And it could have something to do with like tumultuous relationships that have just kind of had you off kilter and kind of avoiding certain things within your life. Like you're during this time, you're really having to like look that in the face and really deal with it. Okay, what is this Integrity card about for air signs? Integrity card for air signs. Okay, the Page of Swords here. So there could be like some spying going on or like some stalking or something. And I think that this is saying like to really kind of stay in your integrity and not do that, not spy on people or stalk people. Like, I guess if you feel the need to do that, then it probably is not a very positive situation that you should be in, or there's something that you need to look at within yourself, like some trust things, you know, like to figure out why it is that you are needing to do like this like spying. I feel like in the past there was definitely like some deceit, some deception, some betrayal, and that could have something to do with why you feel the need to do this, to really kind of like spy on people or a particular person. But this is basically telling you to stay in your integrity and not to do that. And then for some of you, I feel like somebody else may be spying on you, or looking in on you to see if you are in your integrity. So I guess just be aware that there's people like watching. So if you're not in your integrity, it'll be found out, I feel like. Okay, so what do air signs need to know about this King of Fire? King of Fire here. Okay, so I feel like this could be somebody who's trying to like offer something to you on like in love or on an emotional basis, but it's like an immature energy. Like, I get that this person could be like I don't know, like a player maybe. Like they're offering this up to more than just one person. For others of you, I feel like this could be like a temptation. Somebody may be trying to like offer something to you, and you may like already be like in a commitment with somebody else. And this is basically saying like not to do that, to stay in your integrity, because somebody will find out. Like, it's going, like, if you accept it or go into this temptation, it will be found out. It will come to the light. Especially with the full moon in Scorpio, because I feel like that definitely could be like a temptation. There's definitely like a darker aspect to the Scorpio full moon. So be careful of any like toxic energy, or just something that will make you happy for a minute and then it's not really going to serve you in the future. So really be aware of like what you're engaging in, and make sure that it's not anything toxic. Okay, so what is this emotions card about for air signs? Oh. All right, so we have the High Priestess. So yeah, I definitely feel like this is like hidden emotions, something that you haven't been wanting to face, and it's coming up and out during this time. There is definitely a need for balance here. There's definitely a need for some of these like negative type of emotions to come up to the surface so that you can like release those and integrate more of like this positive light energy. And I feel like you're going to be victorious with this. It may seem difficult in the moment, but there definitely is a victory here. Yeah. I'm picking up another message here. Let me see. Some of you guys could be dealing with somebody whose name starts with B or J. And I am seeing like communication here too. Like there may be like some communication that has been held back that needs to kind of come forward or will be coming forward. Okay, so what other messages can we get for air signs for the full moon in Scorpio? Okay, sanctuary, definitely. Take time out from the world, spend more time alone, meditate, or go on a retreat. And that's definitely what I see up here. There's a need to do that for sure. Specifically on Saturday night, the night of the full moon, I think that this would be a really good time to kind of try and meditate or just kind of disconnect from the outside world and really spend some time by yourself. There's a definite need here for meditation and for going within. And then underneath the deck, we have partnership. Teamwork will give you a better result. Find trustworthy people to partner with. Build up a talented support team. I do feel like air signs here are dealing with things that have to do with partnership. Whether it's romantic relationships or not, I feel like this has to do with you really kind of reflecting on how you behave in partnerships, how other people behave, why things are allowed to be the way that they are, just like the dynamic of the partnership and how they can be healed and fixed for the future, so that you can be more successful in partnerships in the future. And also, I'm feeling like this thing of trust. Like, there needs to be some trust here. Because I feel like somebody doesn't have trust, whether it's you or the other person, or maybe both of you. But there's a need for trusting that this person is doing the right thing. And if they're not doing the right thing, then that will come to light and that can be dealt with at the time. But it's like kind of like you're having to figure out how to detach from things like this that happen. Like, I feel like there is a strong focus on really trying to like see what somebody's doing or control what they're doing, or they're doing this to you. There just isn't, I feel like there's a lack of trust here. So there needs to be some work when it comes in the trust department. Okay, so let's get one more message for air signs. What else do air signs need to know for this full moon in Scorpio? All right, the Lovers. Make choices from your heart. Deep emotional commitments and the power of love. So again, I do feel like this is a time that is really focused on partnerships and love. Having to find ways to trust, to really reflect on how your partnerships work, and to really operate from love, and not so much what's going on in the mind or things that are going on in the physical world, and not to avoid certain situations and distract yourself, to really kind of face those things, which is definitely happening here, whether air signs like it or not. There's definitely some things that need to be looked at during this full moon. So I hope that these messages helped you, and I will see you soon. Take care.